David, were you able to go home for the break? What did you do for Christmas?
I actually actually stayed here over break, and I got a lot of rest and recovery, and slept a bunch. That was my Christmas break.
Hey, Coach or David, I know that Coach said that you were gonna stay back. Did it feel good to not be on anybody's schedule but your own and kind of just let your body rest and relax a little bit?
Yeah, it was actually nice. It was some pleasant alone time. Just to be carefree and only concerned with myself, of course. Still touch base with family, stuff like that. But it felt nice to have my own schedule, and do whatever I felt, so to speak.
David, can you talk about how you finished out 2020 against West Virginia with a real solid performance? And did that build you confidence? And then anticipating going against a lot of length in Texas?
I'm happy the way I finished 2020. Just been a rough year in general, but I'm happy I finished it on a great note like that. And then as far as going and playing Texas, I know they're athletic and lanky, but being a physical player, I know if you get into them, they like to avoid physicality. So I'll try to play that as far as my strengths.
Hey, David, why did you make the decision to stay in town?
I talked with my family as far as my mother and my grandfather just having pre-existing conditions already. We thought it was best because it would be too hard to um, keep space in the household after flying commercial, things like that.
Dave, you mentioned 2020. What a crazy hard year it's been for a lot of people. And I know you're on that panel with the university, and obviously have done a lot of things with your teammates and your coaches and things like that. Can you just sum it up? I mean, it's hard enough being a student and being a student athlete and trying to perform at the level you guys do, but how much has that weighed on your mind, and how much have those things kind of made this even tougher than just a normal year, obviously?
Uh, it's definitely added a lot of mental stress for sure. Um, just things will pop in your head every now and then, like you said, being on the panel, thinking about concerns of the university and how to make Kansas a better place, worrying about what's going on in the world, worrying about social distancing and spacing, and not the health of friends and family, things like that, all come together. But you have to learn how to, if I could say it correctly, compartmentalize and do your best.
Has that been the challenge? I mean, biggest challenge of your life, you think?
Um, so far, yeah, I think I've done a fairly well job, but you can always improve. I think I've done a good job separating different problems, different concerns.
And just the last thing about that, did you ask to be on that panel, or were you nominated, or how did that come about?
It was actually an honor. I was nominated by the chancellor. Sent me an email asking for me to be on that panel, and wanted to hear my voice and my opinion how to make Kansas a better place, or KU a better place.
No brainer? You say yes right away?
Oh, easily. Responded as quick as possible.
Hey, David, Coach Self mentioned after the West Virginia game that he needs to think of some ways for you guys to have some activities where you can social distance but still have some fun. How important do you think that is? And have you guys had anything like that since you've come back?
I definitely think there's importance to it because, usually our schedule is to practice and back to the dorm, and that's just kind of a routine thing. So we were fortunate enough yesterday to actually go bowling with the team. We had some social distancing where we had, I think it was two to a lane. We ate separately, but we was able to get out, enjoy, have some fun in the midst of everything going on. Finished the year off on a fun note.
How did you do bowling, and who was the best bowler on the team?
I did pretty well bowling, actually. I think it was one of my best games. I haven't bowled in a while. I was up in the 200 range. I want to say I finished like 180 something. Best bowler, I'll probably say Christy Hand for sure.
Dave, what jumps out about Texas?
Athleticism, length, just how they play. I mean, they have a extremely athletic front court, and what we're going to have to face.
Yeah, Ochai was just talking about looking at Kentucky tape and maybe similarities there. Do you think that can help you guys that film and take some of those lessons?
Definitely. I think they have similar front courts. I think Texas is going to be a little bit more challenging, but nothing that we can't handle.
David, can you talk about what situations and opponents bring out your best on the court, and then what areas are you find most challenging so far? Areas you need to improve on.
I feel I do best against playing against another big, such as myself. Playing against another physical big, like how I was looking forward to the West Virginia game. Bigs who are physical, play aggressive, things like that. For things I feel I could become better at would be playing against a big who's undersized, who might try to use my body position or momentum against me. So I think balancing and things like that are some things I can work on.
You're 2-0 in conference play, obviously playing two good opponents. Can you just talk about some things on the team that maybe are even better than what you thought? Obviously, your wings are shooting well, rebounding well, but what has been impressive to you about your team?
We're getting better as the season progresses. A lot of teams start off strong and it just kind of plateaus throughout the season. But I think with each game, we continue to get better, whether it be an individual player or we're coming together collectively. I think our team has been on a steady incline to be the best team we possibly can, and that's what I'm proud of.
Hey, David, how close would you say Bryce Thompson is to having a breakout game?
Bryce he's right there. Bryce is one of those kids who kind of remind me of myself, who, plays his heart out, harder, faster, stronger is his kind of like his mantra. He always tries to do something harder, faster, stronger, and it may not be what he needs to do, but he always gives it all. So he's right there. It should be very soon. I don't know what game.
David, when you've gone against Jalen in practice, what is most challenging about him? He's long, obviously lean, can shoot, but what makes him so difficult to cover?
Jalen makes simple plays that turns into great plays. One drive downhill, one dribble downhill, a closeout, and it makes it look like it's a better play than what it is. He just has a mind for the game, creating easy plays and making them look big.
Hey, Dave, what do you think you guys can do to get more easy baskets?
Do what Jalen does and create simple plays. Coach talked about not having home run plays in times of stress. Just make easy passes, trying to score easily, not trying to go for something that's a highlight play, and those easy baskets are going to transfer over and give us momentum during games.
All right, thank you, David.
No problem.